Hello one, hello all. Welcome to a kind of a another random post midnight channel thing. Um, we're lucky enough to have Bryan Lomax here, awake at what is 5:30 his time, as he just mows down on nuts, and that's literally what he's eating. So it's not me being me. So joining me today in this fly by night chat, whatever, is bearded movie guy, Peter. Oh, nope, he says no, he's muted. Well, the nut man himself, who's chewing, Bryan, hurry up and chew so
Hey,
that you can say hello.
this is going to be a fun show.
Sorry, I totally forgot I was muted there for a second. I was going to say, it's always going to be me because I have nothing else to do. So.
We've got Peter, who refuses to be heard, and we've got
Yes.
Bryan, who's just going to eat the whole show.
This is going to be awesome. Let us know what you want us to talk about, except Mary Van Kill. We're not doing that. We're just not.
Yeah.
That's saved for another night or morning.
Yeah, even of all the things that we did during that show, it's kind of like, you know,
It was the least fun.
it's cute. It's cute for a minute, and then it gets old.
Let's just say my wife wasn't best pleased.
Yeah. My wife didn't care. And
Movie Pit Review says, "What's up? How is everyone? What's up, Movie Pit? How is it going? I'm okay-ish, all things considered, guys."
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I finished my old job and I'm starting my new one. So.
Yeah.
Although, I got a call from my new boss today, and she's like, "I want you to come in tomorrow and talk to me because this job is different than anything you've ever done before, and I want to make sure." And I'm like, "Awesome, great." It's like the way she sounded. I'm like, she didn't sound all that nice. But I'm like, "Okay, I'll come in tomorrow and talk to you for a couple minutes." So, but it's got to be better than what I was doing. So, yeah.
Bryan, how are you?
Well, I'm up at 5:35 in the morning, so I'm doing good. Yeah, just I was absolutely knackered yesterday, so I just put my baby down at like 8 o'clock, and I just went with her. I was out like a light, and then I woke up at like just gone 3 and thought, I think I'll film my Q&A video.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't get to ask anything yet. Darn it.
Oh, man.
Oh, sorry, man.
Patrick says hi. What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
I'm gonna actually try.
Lisa Clark says, "Anyone in here? Did it just start?" Yes, it did just start. Nobody's talking, but people are in here. Yes, it just started. If you have a topic you'd like to bring up.
Who's Nova Scope? And are they Canadian?
Don't know. There's a lot of...
Nova Scope, are you Canadian? Oh, Dylan Flickett just said, yeah.
Hola, speaking Spanish in the chat.
No, he's saying holla. Like, holla. You know, I mean,
Oh, all right. It could... Holla would be 2 L's, I think.
I'm totally joking. I don't know. Nope, Nova Scopa is not from Canada. Okay.
So I saw Swiss Army Man today.
You saw 2 movies today.
I did. I saw Swiss Army Man and Mike's Good Morning Culture Freak. I saw Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, which
wasn't as good as Swiss Army Man.
Just no. I was kind of let down, to be honest with you. The Mike and Dave We Need Wedding Dates, R-rated comedy, just kind of like a rinse, repeat, rewash.
What is with Zac Efron now? Because like he started gaining respectability in my eyes when he kind of did a career deviation. You're like, all right, he's capable of something else. Let's see what he can do. But now he's just churning out these R-rated comedies. It's like nearly every R-rated comedy that comes out stars Zac Efron. What is going on?
He didn't want to gain your approval anymore. He knew that he was like, oh, well, Bryan Lomax respects me. I need that to be done.
Can I ask what you watched of him that made you start respecting him, Bryan?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I like. Okay, it's not it doesn't rewrite cinema, but I thought Charlie St. Cloud, he showed that he could act, put it that way, that he wasn't just a singing, dancing monkey. And he was in the film about Orson Welles, the Richard Linklater film. Me and Orson Welles, I think it's called. He was good in that. Yeah, and then he did the first few comedies he did, like Bad Neighbours and that. Like Bad Neighbours and stuff. So it showed that actually he was capable of acting and doing different things. And whether you like High School Musical or not, the fact of the matter is, in order to do that kind of film, you do need talent. Like, people like us aren't going to sit there and say, oh yeah, I love High School Musical. But I can sit there and say, actually, you know what? In order to do what you have to do for a film,
yeah, you got to be talented.
You've got to have talent. So, I've got a lot of respect for him. Yeah, I do think he's a talented guy. I just think now he needs to veer off and do a bit more dramatic work and stay away from these R-rated comedies.
Yeah, and he is kind of easy on the eyes as far as a female would be.
He's doing Baywatch is his next big thing.
But that might be a bit of a comedy too, considering The Rock is in it. And,
yeah. I don't think it'll be R-rated though.
I watched Central Intelligence yesterday.
What'd you think?
I liked it. It was all right. It's what's the other guy in it?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. He's just Kevin Hart, isn't he? In whatever he does.
Well,
literally has one mode.
I've never seen him in anything else. But like, he was good in this. Like, as far as I understand, he was toned down in this than he is in other things.
Well, when the film starts off, he's almost playing the straight man.
Yeah,
but then,
he kind of is the straight man for the...
Well, yeah, for a little bit, only for the beginning. But once stuff starts kicking off, he goes into full-on Kevin Hart mode, and
yeah,
he got a few laughs out of me. I've got to say, some of the stuff he comes out with, I can't repeat because I don't want to, but it did make me laugh. It's like, it's a solid 6 out of 10 film, and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is always watchable.
Yeah, I saw that film with my family, and 2 members of my family were big fans of that film. Very large fans of that film.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the outtakes at the end.
Yeah, they were funny.
I like when Kevin Hart talks about people who come up with stage names kind of thing, and he says like Sting and this is The Rock. They're all just stupid names come up by stupid people. It's quite funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's just frustrating that with all, like, it doesn't make sense that there's multiple superhero movies at any given point, multiple horrors, thrillers at any given point, but one R-rated comedy, one regular comedy, multiple cartoons, like
comedy's kind of.
I mean, drama. There's not many dramas neither. Like it's so.
Well, especially there's tons of dramas. They're all just between like September and December.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's just
summertime dramas don't work. Sadly.
Right.
Neither does summertime original material. The Nice Guys.
Oh man. But like the Swiss Army Man is absolutely hysterical and completely out of left field, and you're either going to be totally on board and love it, or think it's the strangest fucking thing in history and want to like leave halfway through it because it's just so out there. I think the first thing that happens from a human being is a fart in the movie, and they play on that, and like it feels like a Charlie Kaufman. Maybe it doesn't feel completely like a Charlie Kaufman script. It definitely feels like because we have Charlie Kaufman in the world, we now have a film called Swiss Army Man, and that is it. And it feels like it's certainly influenced by Charlie Kaufman in so many different spots. It's really, really, really bizarre and hysterical at the same time. I was so with it the whole way. And yeah, there's something weird. He's holding this dead guy and using him as a jet ski.
I want to see this movie so badly. It's so sad.
And the power
Sounds like
of the
Weekend at Bernie's.
but the power of the jet ski is his gas. He's farting, and that's what's making the ski go.
I want to see this movie. Yeah.
And it's not like the movie's just like, just take it, don't worry about it. They stop and say, how on earth am I able to ride your body and make it a jet ski? Like they totally take things head on, where it's just like,
this should not work at all. But
right. It's so funny.
Me and CP were talking before about the fact that this was only playing in one theater in Toronto, in 2 screens. Would you like to guess how many theaters it's playing in now as of this Friday, CP?
5. 2. Still 2.
One, and the one it's playing in is still playing in. It has 2 screens. The other one is even further away from me. It's about like an hour and 20 minutes away from me. And it's a multiplex. It's like a 24 theater.
Hey guys, we actually have content, contributing content. Dylan Flickinger asks, what is our biggest guilty pleasure of the year so far?
Let's look at what's out this year.
Brian, do you have an idea?
I guess, like, to me it's not a guilty pleasure, but I think just by virtue of the fact that most people say it's rubbish, Batman v Superman, I don't feel any guilt about saying, actually, I really love that movie. But yeah, let me go and have a look at my.
And I gotta look too, man. What the heck? I'm gonna check my. What is that site where we put our movies into the book?
Letterboxd. I haven't been doing a good job keeping
IMDb.
Neither have I.
I've been doing a bad job keeping up.
Letterboxd. What did I see this year? Lists. Yeah, this isn't up to date. Load faster, page.
2016. I've seen 48 movies at the cinema in 2016.
Jeez, I've seen like 15, maybe. No,
I'll say that I really enjoyed Jupiter Ascending last year, just to buy myself some time.
Throw it out there.
I enjoyed Deathgasm, although I don't know if that's technically a 16 release, although it is a 16 release here in the States. We never got a theatrical run. We just had
Gods of Egypt. Did you like Gods of Egypt?
No.
No?
And I'm currently harboring Dennis's steelbook, and
Because I knew he had a steelbook for it and stuff.
I hope you enjoy the steelbook. I'm gonna say Popstar. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. Another movie that I was just giggles the whole way through, man. Oh.
Warcraft, the beginning, is guilty pleasure for me. The Finest Hours.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I'm kind of intrigued by that.
I wanted to see it. Like, I know a lot of people panned it, but
it's a pretty good film.
I wanted to see it. I just never got around to. It's coming out on DVD soon, so.
Dylan says the Purge election year. Purge was okay, Anarchy was better, but election year made me enjoy the franchise. I've been hearing that quite a bit, that this Purge movie is quite good compared to the rest of the series.
I haven't seen any of them, so.
I thought I haven't seen the first one, the second, because the first one was just, it became a home invasion movie, and I wasn't interested in that.
I saw the first one, and it was a home invasion movie.
Yeah, it's the thing, right? Like the concept. I was like, ooh, that's a really neat concept. Like you got 12 hours to do whatever you want. And then it's like I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh, it's a home invasion movie. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's like what you have this as your thing, and it's just and so I just never watched it. And then when the second one came out and it was much more about the actual purge, I was like, okay, that looks interesting, and it is. It's not terrible. It has its moments of good and moments of like stupidity, but I don't know. This new one, like I've been told, it's pretty much very similar to the last one. So
David
It's got a
Gerlach.
budget though, isn't it? If I think if
oh, it's got a bigger budget for sure.
the first film was, it's an independent film, it's a low budget film,
Yeah.
but they've worked in a concept where actually if they do get a sequel, they can go bigger with it. So I think it was well planned out. I mean, like I say, I've not seen any of them, but
Yeah.
based on what I know about them. As far as guilty pleasures go, I think one of my biggest guilty pleasures of this year is London Has Fallen.
I've heard like mixed reviews about that, but I really like the director and I liked the first one. So
It's a terrible film, but
is it okay?
like, but not. Yeah, I just like it because you know what you're getting with it. Anyone who goes into London Has Fallen expecting some great political thriller clearly hasn't seen the first film. It's just, yeah, I want to see Gerard Butler beating the crap out of terrorists, however racially profiled they may be.
David Gerlach says Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
I was going to mention it.
I never got to see it.
It's actually all right, I think. It's quite decent.
I guess I'll get around to it. I mean, two, non-hatreds is enough for me to be intrigued. Will you guys be seeing Lights Out? I saw it today at an advanced screening. It's Mama Meets The Conjuring.
Whoa. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you saw it today. And I'm like, that was 3 movies in one day, dude.
I saw the trailers for it twice. Not completely on board. Why do people say that that they see things at advanced screenings? Like, I don't understand that. Like, that's this thing. A lot of guys are doing it, especially on Twitter. Guys say, I saw this at advanced screening. Well, yeah, all right, we know it's not out yet.
Well, I guess people would be like, wait a minute, how did you see it? If you don't say advanced screening, some people are going to be like, oh, is that out? I can't find it.
I think they're covering themselves, aren't they? It's like I've done it. Yeah, I've done it in the past. You kind of feel, it just comes out. Yeah, it's like if before you say that I've been pirating movies.
Okay, now I get it.
Because it's like if I'm like, hey, I saw this. That's enough for a week. I saw an advanced screening. It's like. Oh,
it's like we now live in this culture where you have to anticipate the stupidity of people who are watching you, and it's like you have to account for the fact that people are deliberately going to try and misdirect your words and turn something else. So.
The only advanced screening I've been to in like the last year was last Hunger Games movie, and it was like, and the advanced screening we saw was on the Wednesday night. It was coming out on the Friday night, so it's like it wasn't that advanced, but
yeah, I mean,
it was advanced. Like it was the premiere of it in Toronto and stuff, and we like got tickets by somebody that my wife knows, but it's not like, and I probably did say on Twitter, hey, I got an advanced screening, it's like, but I think it's probably like some people do it to gloat,
Yeah, I would certainly agree with that in some aspects.
Yeah. And some people do it purely just because they're like, hey, I'm going to see the advanced screening for this. It's like, it is what it is, It's like, but I don't know. It's
a buzzword, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What's a buzzword?
All right, my guilty pleasure for this year, so far, Independence Day. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it by any stretch, but
yeah, I didn't hate it either.
I just came away from going, it was entertaining. It was like I knew, it's like, exactly. It's like that. I was like, nah. It didn't offend me in any way. I knew all, like, it's ridiculous and it's silly and it's like, like I just it was just like, it was entertaining. It was like a good fun time. It wasn't anything it was supposed to be. Although I do have a thing, man. I don't get it. Like, if have you guys seen Independence Day, the new one? I know it's TPS. Have you seen it, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? And if anyone hasn't seen it, I'm not really spoiling anything by saying this. At the near the end of the movie, right? There's this thing where it's like they're like, we have 4 minutes till this happens, and the whole world is over. You have to like do this thing. You have to kill the queen in 4 minutes, or it's all over. And they're like, okay. And then they do like 20 minutes worth of stuff, and they go, wow, how long do we got? 2 more minutes. And it's like, what? It's like you've just been doing like 20 minutes worth of stuff on screen.
That's just a thing, though, isn't it? It happens all the time.
Like, yeah, and I don't understand.
Like, why can't you shoot and edit your film first,
Yeah.
and then just loop in that line of dialogue? So once you know how long your film has got left because you've edited it, loop in a line of dialogue over someone that's got the exact time you need,
or roughly, or close to it even. Like, it's like, I understand, like, right, it's supposed to be for dramatic tension. Oh, there's only 4 minutes till the Earth is gonna like be done, and like these guys got to get. But literally, it was like 20 minutes. Like, they're flying around and they're shooting Queen and they're doing this and they're doing that. And I'm like, it's like 20 minutes.
Shoot different takes. Shoot the actor saying, "We got 4 minutes to save the Earth. We got 5 minutes to save the Earth.
Yeah, it's like
6 minutes." And then once you've shot and edited your movie, drop in the take that is most going to be relevant.
That took 20 minutes. Okay, so let's say they got, it's like, they got 18 minutes. Okay, fine, whatever. It's like, or they got even 15 minutes. But it's like, literally 20 minutes worth of action happens, and they're like, how long do we have now? 2 minutes left. It's like, well, that was supposed to be 2 minutes, was it? Okay, it's like, I've seen it done in so many films when they're like 30 seconds to this, and then it's like, meanwhile, 4 minutes later, it's still 30 seconds to, it's like, oh, it's 25 now. It's like, wow, that was a long 5 seconds.
Bomb countdown
Ever. Yeah. That kind of stuff bothers me.
Hurry up, finish.
I'm done
Culture
speaking.
Freak asked if anybody watched Brothers Grimsby.
I know Brian did.
Brian, what did you think?
Hated it.
Absolutely terrible.
Oh,
And I know CP loved it.
I'm on the opposite spectrum. Oh my God, I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
What did you hate, Brian? It's just,
I haven't.
It's just
I
over
have
the
no
top.
opinion on it. I haven't seen it. But I knew both your guys'
It's
opinions.
just childish. It's just like I don't mind gross out humor, but Sacha Baron Cohen has done gross out humor where it's also intelligent. It's got social commentary. It's saying something underneath that is actually more intelligent than what is being presented. Whereas I just did not get that with Grimsby at all. It just felt, it was racist, it was prejudiced, it was sexist, it was everyist that you could think
But
of.
that's
But
everything.
without
That's
communist.
Borat. That's all.
Yeah,
of
no.
that stuff.
But when you've not got the social commentary underlying that, then you just come off as a tit who's like picking fun at everyone. Yeah, it wasn't as clever as his previous stuff, and therefore not as funny. I didn't feel like I could laugh at a lot of the things. Even probably the funniest bit in it, even though it's really not funny, because once you start to analyse it, you're like, this is actually just misrepresentative. Just the whole Daniel Radcliffe with AIDS thing. It's just like, and it didn't even look like Daniel Radcliffe.
Right. I think that was on
Nothing
purpose.
Yeah, it's just, but
How do you get past the elephant scene and
that's
I mean
that's what I'm talking about.
but
Yes.
like it's like my thing is, if you're not with that at that point, you shouldn't make it any further. That should be the line. That should be like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm not with this, and then you turn the movie off, because like
Yeah.
that's the top. There's a really, 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 really heavy gross out scene involving an elephant or a pair of elephants.
Yeah.
And
Was it like Freddy Got Finger style? Or?
no, it's dude, you're getting like vulva cam of sex.
Oh,
It's
okay. Interesting.
yeah.
Man, see, I'd actually wiped that scene from my mind.
See, my problem was,
You
dude,
just brought it
like,
back, CP.
I had to have watched it on
Yeah.
on a down day. Like
It's
it
just
was it's a perfect turn your head off and go.
you're gonna say it's a perfect turn your head and cough movie. That's what I thought you- That's funny.
Tell that you spelled it wrong, David. Tell that to Conja Club. It's K. I think it's K, not CH.
Was that an attempt at a Scottish accent there,
Oh,
TP?
oh wait. Go ahead, Brian. You say tell that to Conja Club. I think that's what David wants you to say.
He wants me to say it.
Yeah. I would hope it's
I
not.
can't now.
Ah,
Tell that to Conjure Club.
yes. And two fugitives.
Did it make you sad, Brian, seeing Mark Strong in that movie?
Oh, man alive.
This
Oh,
is just
really
like,
did.
why is Mark Strong in this movie?
I really like Mark Strong.
I know, that's why I was like,
Yeah,
he's a really good actor.
he's a good presence to have in any movie, and it was just the thing is with that film is that the trailer made me laugh. The trailer made me want to go and see it, and then I don't know, I may have just been in the wrong mood for it, but
Probably not.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not surprised at all that you didn't like it. No. It's like my thing is either you're again for completely different reasons as Swiss Army Man. Either you're gonna laugh your ass off or be so disgusted and appalled by it you just turn it off. I think that's those are the two spectrums for that movie. Like I can't imagine somebody watching it and being bored and just like getting through it all. Like there's a moment where you're just like, all right, you know what, enough. Like this is just stop. At least I would think. I don't know. How do you guys feel about Brett Spiner's scientist resurrection?
didn't like it at all. That character worked as a side character in the original film, but bringing him in as a main character, just didn't work.
He didn't bother me, but it's the way they did it. And Dennis from Blue Corner was talking about this, where he was saying like, they go, "Oh, I can't believe you've been asleep for 7,200 days," and then it's like 10 seconds later he's awake. It's just like, wow, could you have made that more obvious that he's been in a coma since the last time the movie? You know, it's like, because I'll be honest, when I watched Independence Day, like even last time I watched it, which was like a month or two ago, I thought he was dead. I just assumed his character was dead, and then they're like, Brett Spiner's in the sequel, and I'm like, isn't he dead?
Well,
here's another trope as well. Here's another trope in films that I cannot stand. You talk about the one about the time where people announce how much time they've got left. I hate in movies where people get up from a coma after being in it for years
and
just start walking about.
Walking, it's like his muscles would have atrophied so bad.
Yeah.
He would not be walking around. He'd be like sliding across the floor trying to drag.
He's going to need months of physio just to.
Yeah.
I think it's hysterical that they got Robert Loggia right before he croaked in that movie.
Oh, I didn't know he died. Wow, okay.
Yeah, he died. Probably right after filming that scene.
Probably, yeah. It's like, I can't believe I'm in this movie. Cut.
You told me this was something else. If I've got a big no complaint about ID42, it's got to be the boat scene with the old man.
Oh, frick,
dude,
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Well, right before that, though, there's the whole scene where he's trying to sell his book, and I'm just like, why is this in here?
Yeah.
Why is this necessary? And then he's on his boat, and then it's like cut out his entire thing, cut out the kids. Like,
it's Roland Emmerich all over, though.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
is. It
he
is.
always has these scenes where people are running away from the disaster and just missing things, like
Yeah.
and it's the thing that annoyed. Like he did it about 4 times in 2012.
Yeah.
Like we literally had about
The
four
limo
scenes
just
of a
kept on
plane
falling and
escaping disaster. It's just, yeah,
the
you've done
plane.
this now like too many times that there's just no tension in any of the action scenes at all. You sit there admiring the beauty of the special effects, but there's no tension in what's going on.
I think he wants to die in a big natural disaster.
I wish he'd die
I
in a big
think,
natural
you know,
disaster.
and oh, it worked. And I think he'll probably die at a ripe old age in his bed in his sleep or something.
Second place, Vivica A. Fox's Job,
She's
20
a
years from
doctor.
now.
Yeah,
Doctor.
she's a stripper to a doctor, and it wasn't like in the first one she was taking courses.
Mm-hmm.
It was like she wasn't like, oh, I'm really smart. No, it's like she was a stripper. It was like
I really hope they made her a doctor because there was no more doctors left after the events of the first Independence Day.
I guess
Process of elimination.
Because they said what, like 3 billion people died or whatever. So it's like, okay, it's just like
She doesn't do anything anyway. She's literally there just to die.
Yeah, she's there to die. She's there so that Will Smith Jr. boy can watch her die up on the roof. Oop,
You feel nothing though. You feel nothing because it's
she doesn't die. She doesn't die.
By the time you've figured out that she's actually the character from the first one, she dies. Oh, that's who she was.
It's like, oh, she was the mom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I knew she was there.
The other lady though, that was kind of like.
What's that?
Keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm chewing. I'm pulling a Bryan.
Okay.
I'm chewing as well. So.
I like how they didn't make any kind of explanation about Jeff Goldblum's wife from the first movie. It's like he gets back together with her at the end of the first movie, and now she's gone because he's kind of. You can see he's like at the end he's gonna kiss this other woman that he's had this weird relationship with, and it's just like, what happened to your wife? What happened? You got back together 20 years ago. It's like, did she die? There you go. Just like one line of dialogue. Oh, it's too bad my wife died. If my father can be here, why can't my wife be at least mentioned?
I will say this: the scene of the tower from China taking out a good portion of London, that was pretty impressive. Like, I was pretty awestruck for a good 45 seconds straight. I mean, above anything else in this movie, Emmerich gave us a good stretch of really, really neat destruction. For whatever that's worth.
I couldn't tell what like where the ship was freaking landing exactly because it was so big. And I'm like, I have no perception or visual interpretation of where exactly it would be landing because it's just that big. So it's like, oh, it's over here, but it's over here. It's like, okay, so like where is it landing exactly? Because I'm just not. It's just that big that it's like, oh sure, it hit London, but then it's like New York. Wait a minute. Okay, how does it like? Screw it. Who cares? I can't.
I'm sure if you actually sat down and worked out based on the dimensions of the ship and just how it looks, and where it was positioned, you'd probably work out that actually there's no possible way it could be both there and there.
That's exactly what I'm like. How is it there? And it's also I understand it's really big, but it's like, and again, it's like this is a popcorn movie. Why am I trying to think about this? But it's just like I don't understand where, like, because it just seemed to be landing everywhere, and I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, where is exactly it landing? Like, why is this here? Why is this there? And then,
it's become a thing, though, hasn't it? It's become a thing where people say, "Oh, it's a popcorn movie," so you can let it roll.
Turn your brain off.
Christopher Nolan makes popcorn movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of Christopher Nolan's movies are popcorn movies.
No, they're popcorn films. There's a difference.
They're filled with intelligence. It's just
they're well made.
It's not enough to just say, oh, you know what, I'm making a popcorn summer movie, so it doesn't matter if it makes no logical sense.
Like, I understand turn your brain off to some degree, but it's just like, it was funny with Jeff Goldblum. He's like, oh, they always love going for the landmarks. He's like, And I'm sorry, wouldn't their ship have died? Like they get sucked into the ship, and it's like all this debris coming at them. I'm like, they don't get touched. I'm like, come on. It's like, I understand you want those people to live, but there's just so much. But again, it's kind of I enjoyed the movie nonetheless, even though like my brain was like that doesn't no 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 no. Oh, I was scared. Just like again, my family enjoyed the movie. I actually took my dad out to see it. He enjoyed the movie.
David says 20 years is a long time, plenty for a doctorate. Filling the blanks.
Oh, yeah. We're just questioning whether her character was smart enough to pull this off.
If you had a dream cast for a superhero movie role, who would you pick and what character would they play?
Okay, me and Bryan talked about this already.
Not here.
No, me and Bryan talked about it on our Shane Black IMDb profiles that he did, and I was accompanying him. I want Shane Black to write and direct a Booster Gold Blue Beetle movie, and I want Booster Gold to be Nathan Fillion. And I'm not sure who I want Blue Beetle to be yet, but maybe Alan Tudyk. Yeah, that would work. So.
Bryan?
Yeah, I thought that was a stroke of genius, to be honest.
Thank you. I was so proud of myself when I came up with that.
I wouldn't cast Alan Tudyk though, just because.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd want it to stand on its own and not just have they're just
Okay, but Nathan Fillion's a good choice for Booster Gold, though, right?
Yeah, Nathan Fillion is definitely a good choice for Booster Gold.
I'm open to casting for Blue Beetle. He's easier to cast.
I think it needs to be someone who's more of a straight man, who isn't known for comedy, because Blue Beetle obviously is the straight man. Whereas
he's the straight man.
Yeah,
meanwhile, BCP's like, I don't know what they're talking about.
I have Serenity.
Yeah, but do you know who Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are?
No.
Okay.
He has Serenity. He's not watched it, but he hasn't
watched it yet. You haven't watched Firefly.
I don't have Firefly. I can't watch it.
Netflix.
No.
It's on Netflix.
I don't know. I'm never good with these questions because there's 101 different actors you could get to play a part. I mean, you tell me Heath Ledger's going to play the Joker. I'm like, what have you been smoking? What crack are you on? You're telling me the guy from A Knight's Tale is going to be playing the most iconic Batman villain of all
10
time.
10 things I hate about you, guy.
Exactly. It's just like you're smoking crack. And then, it comes out and you're like, wow, blimey, wasn't I wrong? It's just, you never know what you're going to see in audition tapes. People slag off casting decisions all the time, but we're not there in the casting process. We don't see. Nobody saw Gal Gadot's audition tape for Wonder Woman. There's a reason they cast her beyond her looks, and everyone was talking about Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman as one of the positive things, despite the fact that before the movie was released, get rid of Gal Gadot. What the hell are you talking about casting Gal Gadot? Same with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck as Batman. You must be smoking crack. Comes out is the best thing about the movie. Everybody wants a Ben Affleck movie. It's just like, the fact of the matter is we don't know what we're talking about when it comes to casting, because until you get people in to a casting room and get them to deliver something, yeah, I'm never good with these questions.
At least they have in Hollywood, like, they have the lists. So it's like if they're like, okay, we need an actor who's between 25 and 30, he's white. They have a list of all the actors that they think are hot enough that they would want them and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like and it's always the same list. Like, you can go on the list and be taken off the list, obviously, but like that list is like always usually the first thing, unless the director's like, I want this person. They immediately, first thing they do is go to those lists and be like, okay, Jude Law. Okay, we can. No, he's a little too old now. Okay, it's like and they just go through the list basically, and it's one of those things where it's like you can see like in your head, I want this person, but then it's like you don't know necessarily who you have access to, and like we don't know especially. But like it'd be easier if you gave me like 10 actors. I could say like, okay, that one, you know. Instead, like, you know, I think Nathan Fillion just because I think he would work real well as Booster Gold. Plus, I love Nathan Fillion. He's one of my favorite actors because of Firefly and Serenity. So, and I think he would work well with Shane Black, but I don't know. CP, who you got?
I would drop Batman into Quentin Tarantino's universe and have
A Quentin Tarantino Batman movie?
all the residents of Gotham just be Tarantino
Characters.
scripted characters.
Mr. Pink is in Gotham.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And just have Joker speak like Samuel L. Jackson spoke in Hateful Eight. Just maniacal monologues. Just give it to me.
I'd take that. I'd take it. Anything Tarantino does.
David Gerlach says Daisy Ridley as Batgirl. I'm down with that choice.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I want Michelle Pfeiffer's outfit though.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer didn't have a Batgirl outfit. She had a Catwoman.
Well, I think
Doesn't quite work.
You can adapt it slightly.
I mean, you just put the fucking
Put a cape on. She'll be fine.
just put the fucking logo on the front. It's just tight latex. What does it matter
Batgirl has a cape.
whose outfit it is? It's my movie, goddammit.
No, it's not. It's Quentin Tarantino's movie.
Culture Freak
That guy cares
says,
about everything.
Culture Freak says, I hear they're going to make a new Hellboy movie. Love the first two. What do you guys think of the first two Hellboy movies?
Where did you hear they're making a third one? Because Guillermo del Toro hasn't said anything, and
It's not-
He wants it. That's it.
What?
Yeah.
I heard the
Ron
actor-
Perlman.
Ron
Ron
Perlman
Perlman wants it, and Guillermo del Toro wants it, but Guillermo del Toro's like, I don't know if I'm going to get to it because he's busy doing Pacific. Although he's apparently not directing Pacific Rim 2, but he's producing
attached
it.
to everything Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it because Guillermo del Toro says in order to achieve what he wanted to with a third film, you'd need a budget of like 140, 160
Yeah.
million. It
And
ain't
they're
going to
not
happen.
they're not going to give it to him because Hellboy. Well, although China.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen.
China, would it be able to play in China because it's paranormal?
Oh no. Nope.
There's no ghosts. It's spiritual stuff, right? So
Yeah.
they might be able to get in under that. It's not ghosts.
Not
It's,
gonna happen.
it's demons. Demons aren't ghosts. So the Ring, stuff like that. I don't know.
Did the Ring play in China?
No, I was just the Ring did this Japan. Sorry. I'm like, what am I saying?
Peter's being racist.
Yes, I am. I apologize to all my Asian friends across the waters. I do not think
Quickly
Japanese
moving
people.
on.
I'll just say Hellboy. I love Hellboy. He's one of my favorite comic book characters. Like literally, I even considered getting a tattoo of the Fist of Doom. I'm just trying to figure out where I want it. But unless they get well, it's like I wanted it. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to explain that. Yeah. I'll give you the Fist of Doom. Hold on, bend over. I just don't. I don't think they'll get around to making a third one. But I love the first two. I love Ron Perlman as Hellboy. I think he's perfect. Like that's perfect casting. But he's old. Like he's over 70. Like and he's
I like both. I like both of the movies, but one, as you say, to get him in that makeup again, that heavy makeup. The first one to me had better characters, but the second one I thought was better plotted, better constructed. I think like the first one, the plot just kind of goes all over the place.
It's a little all over the place. I agree.
It's a little bit random, but I like the character of Cronin with his blade arms and just some cool visual stuff in there. But we didn't need the final showdown with the big squid monster thing. But the second one, yeah, it feels a lot more dense, kind of just much better.
Oh, the second one was a bit predictable. Like it was like, oh, and this and this. Oh yeah, that's coming in. And it's like, but it looked beautiful. Like it was such a pretty looking film. Like one of the things Guillermo del Toro does better than 90% of the directors out there is he builds worlds. And like like the in the second one you have the whole marketplace where it's just like it's a prop designer's like wet dream. It's just like beautiful. Like the amount of detail they put into stuff is just incredible. So I love that about Guillermo del Toro. But I don't think
the movies.
No?
No.
Do you like Guillermo del Toro in general or just none of his movies?
I like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
What about Pan's Labyrinth?
What is that? It looks nice.
Oh, give me a break. Come on, it's a fantastic film.
Yeah, I was going to say Pan's Labyrinth is freaking awesome.
I can understand why somebody likes it. I just didn't get into it.
Have you seen any of his earlier stuff, like Devil's Backbone or Kronos and stuff like that?
Nope.
He made a lot of films in Spanish in his earlier career.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like his first real film was Kronos, and he cast Ron Perlman, and Ron Perlman like got down to Mexico to do the film and was just like, "You understand I don't speak any Spanish, right?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I don't speak any Spanish." And he's like, "Oh, well, don't worry, we'll fix it." And so it's like the Spanish that his character speaks is so awful that they kind of worked it into the script that he would be a character like an American down there that would speak awful Spanish, but only sometimes. So it's like most of his lines are in English, but it's like occasionally he tries to speak Spanish, and everyone kind of just looks at him like, it's really bad Spanish.
Did anybody see Crimson Peak?
No,
Yeah, I loved it.
I'm still waiting to see it because my wife will not let me see it without her, and we haven't had a chance to watch it together yet.
Bryan,
make that sound all you like, dude.
Yeah, no. I didn't follow the whip, and look what I am.
It's like didn't bother me, man.
Bryan, thoughts?
I loved it. I thought Crimson Peak was really good. From the trailers, I wasn't actually expecting much. From the trailers, I was expecting the kind of film that people have kind of criticized it as, like just kind of just not as good as I thought it was. I just thought it'd be like a really bad ghost movie, like a haunted house movie, and it's not that at all.
I've heard it's a gothic romance. Is that more appropriate?
It is. It's a very twisted gothic romance. Can't really go into much more than that without spoiling it. But just I really liked it, and of course it looks beautiful as all of Del Toro's films do. But I enjoyed it.
Go ahead, finish.
I enjoyed it more than most people seem to. So.
Culture Freak asks, the second TMNT movie okay or a fun watch?
You're talking about the new one, I'm assuming?
I would assume so.
It's fun. It's okay. This is what I'll say. I don't know if Brian will agree with this. It's entertaining. Hold on, Brian. It's entertaining.
Hey, somebody else is in this room too, for the record.
What? What'd you say?
I said somebody else is in the room here too.
No, you're not gonna boo it down as much as Brian is. So. Okay, this is what I'll say. It's entertaining in parts. It's not really, as a movie, it's freaking awful. Like it makes no sense. It's nonsensical. Nothing works right. It has a few fun moments. That's what I'll say. It's entertaining in parts, but as a movie, it's terrible.
I think if you like the cartoon, the 1980s cartoon, it's like, hey guys, remember this? And it's just like, not here's a good movie, just hey, the things that you like. That's
Although
all it is.
Casey Jones completely wrong on every level. Literally, it's just, and I like Stephen Amell. It's not Stephen Amell's fault. It's just they took a different character and put Casey Jones' name on him, and it was like, well, this little skate, and it's like the first Turtles film, like the original Turtles film, got Casey Jones pretty much perfect, exactly like he is in the comics and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah.
Ryan?
Yeah, it was crap. Just, I think, yeah.
You don't know what we're laughing at, but don't worry. People, it's funny, and you would laugh too.
I just
sorry for the inside joke. Yeah.
There's so much that's just wrong with it, and like one of the things that really annoys me is Shredder. Shredder just
pointless.
He's built up as this big badass, and then it's just like bye.
Doesn't do anything, and then gets taken away and put in a thing, and yeah.
Like I honestly thought that he'd get released at some point at the end, and then have a big showdown with the Turtles. It just doesn't happen. He's just gone. It reminded me of what they did with Cobra Commander in the second G.I. Joe film. It's like you see him in his little cage, and it's just like, all right, so he's going to get released at some point in the film. No, he's just in there. Their biggest villain, their ultimate badass. He's just nothing in this film. It's like Krang in the cartoon series. He never went up against the Turtles because he was the guy who was just literally telling Shredder what to do. Mm-hmm. But Shredder was doing all the physical labor, shall we say? Yeah. So it's like in this one, it's like they set it up for this kind of fight scene with Krang at the end, and Krang's just this awful CGI mess. It just wasn't a very good action film. As far as I'm concerned, it was still marginally better than the first one, but
again, it has some entertaining moments, literally, but calling it a film is really like it's just like, or if it had a script, I would love to have talked to the guy who wrote it, just to get to ask him questions. So. Like, just to be like, how do the Turtles keep on sneaking onto airplanes and stuff? Like, I don't know. Stop it, Bryan.
Yeah. Forward.
Yeah.
I watched The Boy this week for the first time. Before I did, I heard people like it, but it was a bit slow. I loved it. You guys like it. I did not see The Boy.
I haven't seen The Boy. Sorry.
Brian for the block?
It's like Jenny from the block.
Brian from the block. Brian,
no, I've not seen The Boy.
None of us have seen it, sorry.
The trailer made it look like some straight-to-DVD crap, but then when it came out, everyone was saying, actually, it's a really good horror film, so I'm kind of intrigued now to give it a watch. I know Lee liked it. Lee liked it quite a lot.
Brian, have you seen Green Room yet?
I've
not, no. Really want to.
I really want other people to, too.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it. I want to see that. I want to see Swiss Army Man. I want to see Neon Demon, even though everyone's telling me not to.
It's already gone. It's already gone.
I want to see it. It's like,
What do you think of the idea? Because apparently Nicholas Winding Refn really has his heart set on doing like a big Hollywood blockbuster type movie. He actually, that's what he'd love to do most. But he wants to do like a comic book film. There was I think something related to the Batman franchise, I think, is what he wanted to do, if I'm not mistaken.
I would love to see Winding Refn do something major.
Yeah, I'd pay to see that.
I would totally, like, as long as like he doesn't write the script by himself. like if you give him a really good script to work on, because he doesn't have to
David says,
do.
keep reffing away from my superheroes.
No, as long as he doesn't write it himself, as long as he's working off somebody else's script, I would love to see what he'd do with something like Batman and stuff. I'd love I just it'd be like, well, not much is happening in Batman. Oh my God, he just killed somebody. Why did Batman just smash that man's face in? Now he's just driving away. I don't understand. But no, I am a fan of the man. Drive Drive's his best movie as far as I'm concerned. But I did like certain other movies he's done, like Valhalla Rising and stuff like that. I liked Only God Forgives.
Bronson.
Bronson, yeah. Bronson, Pusher. I've seen the original Pusher movie. I haven't seen the remake, and I haven't seen the sequels in Danish. But no, I'm a fan of him. I think his style is incredibly just impressive. Like I like the way he makes movies look. So if you put like Drive sensibilities into a superhero film, I would make it an R-rated superhero film, but like
20 minutes of Batman staring at Alfred. It would be like the camera just panning in to his face.
Imagine this, like Nicholas Winding Refn makes a solo movie that takes place before or during Watchmen of Rorschach.
Yeah.
Like just him doing Rorschach. So
yeah.
I could see that. Mm-hmm. Like I couldn't see him doing a superhero capes movie such as like Superman or whatever like that, but you give him something where it's superhero based but a bit more serious and stuff.
A little more like maniacal a character too, like a Nicholas Winding Refn version of the Riddler would be.
Yeah, so that's what like Rorschach to me. I was just like, that's the kind of like I could totally see him doing that, and making it awesome. But I don't know. I can't. I don't know. So.
Any movie you guys are looking forward to?
Still Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm going away. This is the annoying thing.
Yeah, you're gone during.
Yeah, it comes out like just after I go away for 2 weeks. So I'm literally going to be proper late to the party. So I'll get back 2 weeks after being in Africa, and then I'll.
And we're gonna like make sure you come talk to us first, and we're gonna spoil everything for you. CP apparently wants to watch Ghostbusters.
I've got my ticket ready. Oh, I'm gonna save $7.50 because God forbid they give you an actual movie ticket like Universal does. Obviously Suicide Squad, but yeah. I want to know.
I'm very interested to see how bad Ghostbusters is going to be.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch this at some point because I just saw this in the theater. This was
I was going to say you just watched that.
June 13th. I'm probably gonna do like a crazy during some point of the week when I could free up time if I could squeeze, and maybe I won't talk to you, Peter, Wednesday night. And I might do. Oh yeah, maybe if you have them, if you have Bridesmaids or Spy.
Nope.
Or.
I could get them from my awesome.
Yeah,
library.
Maybe we'll do
I can get Spy.
A commentary. And I like because
a Paul Feig commentary.
Oh yeah, all of his trailers are shit. So, with that being said, like, so far, nothing's really out of the ordinary as far as Paul Feig is concerned.
Yeah. It just happens to be a freaking franchise that I personally love, and to me it looks like they're taking the dump all over it for fun.
I completely get that, but what my thing is there's at least like 10% reason to have some sort of hope, and it's the fact that yes, the trailer looks like shit, yes, the footage looks like shit, but
The
That's
jokes are
par
terrible.
for the course
But, yeah, maybe it's
with
just
Paul
not.
Feig.
I don't know. It's yeah, like again, especially Bridesmaids, like because they marketed that as Hangover for women, and it was so much better than that concept. It was just like
Even
So
Spy, though, Spy to me was quite a surprise because the trailers for that sucked. They were
we're
not
terrible,
funny
and it
at
wasn't a
all.
bad movie. I enjoyed Spy. I thought like it,
I actually found it really funny,
yeah,
like especially Jason Statham. I had no idea Jason Statham was going to be so funny in it.
Mm.
So yeah, who knows? But doubtful, but who knows?
Wouldn't even use that $7.50 for the new Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna be seeing it on Tuesday night, which in Canada is cheap night. So it goes for like I think because I have a pass thing, it's like $5.30 or something like that. So for a ticket. So I'm gonna see it, but I'm not gonna be giving it full price. I'm gonna have to wait until the Tuesday to see it.
Nobody likes a new Ghostbusters movie, but from the moment it releases on Blu-ray with a cool slipcover, everybody's going to get it.
Everyone will buy it. Well, we know Dennis will.
Yeah.
But
90% reason not to watch Melissa McCarthy.
I've just had a note come up on my computer that says it may shut down in about 6 minutes. So if I disappear, you'll know the reason why.
Well, let's wrap it up then, because I'm kind of getting tired anyway.
okay, so
I like
but
Melissa McCarthy, I've got to say.
I don't mind her. I'm not looking forward to her in this particular. But I like everyone else. My number one thing that I'm looking forward for the rest of the summer Suicide Squad. It just is. I've been looking forward to it ever since I saw the first thing for it. So
Yeah, looking forward to Suicide Squad 1, Sausage Party 2, and I'm intrigued. I wanna see Ghostbusters, and I want to see what the
it does.
world does.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued to see, because there's all this hatred, and it really reminds me of a magnified version of Pixels last year. I remember people were just like, "Fuck Pixels." I remember thinking it looks kind of cool. Like, yeah, all right, Adam Sandler's in it, but I really kind of dig the idea of Pac-Man and all that shit. And it won. It only made 24 million, but with all the I'm not going to see it, you would have thought it would open to 5 million. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if Ghostbusters pops out to like a $45 million opening with all the people who are, oh, I just want to see if I didn't like it.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, there'll be a fair amount of those.
Mm-hmm. That's
All
it.
right, that's it, I guess, everybody. And that's the show tonight. Thank you for watching. We had how big was our audience tonight? We had 5 watching now, but we had a fair bit of.
The guy's on my channel once a week, and all of a sudden he thinks he can close the show out. Listen to
Yeah,
this
no, I'm
fucking
totally
guy.
doing it. I'm totally doing it.
We
Totally
had a
taking
good
over.
audience tonight. Who the fuck do you think you are,
I'm sorry,
sir?
CP. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'll know my role and shut my mouth. I'm sorry.
Dude, that is not your role, first of all.
Yeah, I know. You know what my role is on this show, people? Give CP a chance to get a drink. That's my job. To talk long enough for CP to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good at it.
Which is
I'm
quite
like,
quite often, actually. Believe it or not.
I'm the
Bryan,
vanilla Coke placeholder.
yeah, Peter. You'll see Peter here probably before you see Peter on his channel. So we'll just see you next time, Peter. Bryan, anything coming up?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, go on, I'll mention it. I've just regarded our first podcast.
Yes.
So look for that on iTunes soon. We think it's going to be called. We think it's going to be called Brits on Flicks at the moment.
So that means me and CP can't be guests on it.
It's we may have a American corner or something at some point. But
Well, I can't
basically,
be guest
it's me. It's going to be me and a chap called Graham who has a channel called Man v Film. So check out his channel. But it's basically me and him. We'll be talking about one main film in each episode, and then like a bunch of other periphery elements within the podcast. We recorded it last night, and it should be going up sometime next week. So yeah, look out for that on iTunes. Download it, click subscribe, like it. Give us a rating and reviews because that'll help us a great deal. But yeah, look out for that.
And go see Chappie too while you're at it. If you watch Chappie, this actually is funnier. Yeah. So, Brits. See, we got to get the title first before we could formally plug it. But go sub to Bryan Lomax Movie Talk, and then just keep a lookout.
I will plug while I'm here. I have a CP tag. You might want to check out. It's
yes.
Quite good.
Yes.
It's quite good. I'm the first, and as far as I know, only CP tagger right now. So I'm just saying.
Tyrell said he's
working on it, but
has one or is working on one. So.
And Bryan has opted out of the CP tag.
No, I'm not opted out. I need to think of the best way to sanitize it.
It's not that bad. You should. If you've seen mine, it's not that bad. Yeah, just a little bloop and you'll be fine.
All right, guys. I've got actually some produced material coming up on this channel. Believe it or not. So strange that some stuff, and actually it's probably featuring Peter again. So Peter, just
can't get away from me.
Just park yourself somewhere on this channel and get yourself comfortable. Jesus Christ, the bearded movie guy corner.
Doing stuff myself.
And if you don't see us over the course of the weekend, we're going to be over on Drum Dums on Monday, watching the last decent movie to have Hannibal Lecter in it, Red Dragon. Yeah. Totally unfair that Lee gets that movie. Totally unfair.
Yeah, because I only get Hannibal Rising. Thanks a lot.
Dude. Yeah, I just to gamble, I would have traded to Hannibal with you.
Hannibal Rising.
Just with because I haven't seen Hannibal Rising.
Neither have I. Maybe good. I don't know.
Maybe I'll chuckle once. I'll gamble and do that. When am I going to do that Lego stream? So that game froze and broke, and I was unable to use it again on the system. So I had to switch it. So if I do play it, it'll be on the Xbox. You're going to have to start following me on, what is it called? Twitch, where my name is Rampart92, R-A-M, as in monkey, P-A-R-T-92. I guess I'll maybe come here. Maybe I'll do something where, like, I film from, like, over my shoulder here because I can't stream straight from the Xbox to this channel, and I don't know, we'll do something fun. I don't know. Fuck it.
This confuses me. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I was tired, man.
I will say about the Hannibal commentary, it's probably the most entertaining we've done so far because
really,
one of it was because
we'll give you a special prize if you count how many times we say douchebag cop.
Yeah, definitely.
Why was it fun?
Because we got like halfway through and realised how bad the actual film was.
No, I knew that to start.
I knew that to start.
I don't want you to think that. Oh, I said, hey, wait a minute, this is garbage. I knew that.
No, I knew it wasn't great, but it was only the more we slagged it off, the more the worse it became for me. But that was entertaining. But if you want to see me and Peter arguing, go and watch the Silence of the Lambs commentary.
Yeah.
Over on my channel.
Yeah. Silence of the Lambs for actual enlightening debate, and then here for Hannibal and this guy.
For the course, really.
If you want genuine enlightening debate, you go to Bryan Lomax. If you want a squeaking chicken. My name is CP, and welcome to I Like It Reviews. And Peter talks.
All right, guys.
Bye.